All right, good morning everybody. So today I want to show you how to cut and smooth the edges, an easy way to do that. So I'm going to be cutting a circle and then I'm also going to cut a long strip, but this technique works for pretty much anything. So I'm going to hold my needle tool kind of like a pencil, or I'm going to have it just a little bit straight up and down. The main thing is I don't want my needle tool tilted so that it goes underneath this lid. I want it tilted so it stays flat up against the edge. So if I do that and I change the position of my hand when I need to and follow along the edges where the needle tool stays flat against the edge here like this, it is gonna have less clay boogies than if I stand it straight up. Like even just that, you can see there's a lot more clay boogies on that edge than there is on this one right here. So I've started with, just cutting it. I'm gonna do the same thing for the stick. So now I already have pretty close to a straight edge here, but I'm gonna just make sure it's super straight. So I'm gonna make sure that my needle tool is right up against the clay and the stick, and I'm gonna cut through it. Now, the easiest way to do it is if you're right-handed, you wanna do it on the right-hand side. If you're left-handed, do it on the other side. So I'm gonna just flip the clay around, line the stick back up, line my needle tool up, and pull it through. So this creates a much smoother line than trying to go straight up and down, right? This looks like it's gonna have way more cleanup than the other way. So either way, whether you have it fuzzy or whether you have it not fuzzy, you're still gonna need to do a little bit of cleanup on the edges. Now our goal here is not to make this pointy. We don't wanna push the clay together like this to make it pointy. We don't want it pointy. We still want it kind of flat, okay? So the easiest way to do that is you can gently roll the corners. Like if you've got some little hangy bits, you can stick your finger over the edge and gently roll towards the center like this. And if you need a little bit more, or a little, like you can do just along the edge where like you're holding, like your finger is just kind of rolled over the edge like this, that can work too. It just kind of depends. The main thing is however you decide to do it, rotate the clay a lot, because it's easier if you keep the clay where the motion of your hand feels comfortable. So I'm just gonna smooth it out like that. Any little hangy bits, the little clay boogies that stay on there. Now, if I do this side, I want to kind of keep my finger flat, but any little hangy bits, all the little clay boogies, if we leave those, right now they're squishy, but once they go into the kiln, they're gonna get hard, and once they get hard, they're gonna be sharp. And you don't want to accidentally cut yourself or anyone else because you made something sharp. So now I was smoothing the outside edge. I was still keeping it flat. I wasn't making it pointy, but I was smoothing the outside edge. And then now I'm gonna roll it again. So the other thing is when you're smoothing, it's a really good idea to work with a clean area. If you got a bunch of little clay boogies when you were cutting, if you have those at your spot while you're smoothing, they're just gonna get stuck to your project and then you're gonna have to start over again. So it's a good idea to just kind of make sure you keep your area clean as possible at all times. So that way you don't have to do extra work to clean up your project that, you wouldn't have had to do if you put stuff away. So like that helps to keeping your tools clean. So just like scooping any clay off and like sticking it to an extra piece, that works really good. So I've now smoothed this one. You can always check again, make sure you got it. Like sometimes if you're blending one side and then you go blend the other side, you need to fix it. So same thing with this. I'm just gonna kind of smooth real gentle. Now, I do make it look easy. I've been doing this for a really long time. This one happened to have a pattern on it because I reused a slab. But it takes a little bit of practice to be able to smooth it, but you want to make sure it's nice and smooth so it doesn't become sharp. All right, have fun. Thanks, everybody.